transitioning. Oh, what's that in the edge? Gotta slowly move it. You can see the bird cage. Oh, it's even better. Oh, my lantern. Is this KiwisRoad or what? I think it might be. But if it's not, welcome to KiwisRoad. I'm James. Kiwi's in the other room. If you can't hear, that's good. You probably can't hear myself. Should probably do a sound check. Let's do a sound check. Let me see what it sounds like. I have to be quiet just for a second. Let's see. Well, seeing as how sound check checked out okay, we can go back to my hair. Train of digression. That will happen all the time on this journey of life we are in. Disclosure day. Hello. This is my diary, my digital diary. Welcome aboard. We like to talk like all kinds of different things, as the title says, you know, aliens and archaeology, and other stuff like treasure hunting and whatnot. Some cool stuff. Oh yeah, stop that noise. See, Kiwi can hear me, so she's in the other room just going meh, 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 meh. Which is all right. We don't mind. So seeing as how it's a digital diary, and the topic is a bunch of things, and it's Q&A. I mean, why not? I mean, there's... Take a breath. In and out. Disclosing, I'm working on another book called The Evolution of Communication and Transcendence. So that should be out here shortly. Where did that come from? It just comes off of the blue, just like that. So Q&A, questions and answers, one of mankind's questions throughout existence, I guess, is, are we alone? And the answer has been always, we were never alone. I mean, simple thing of being alive and knowing things. When you have other animals that are also smart and intelligent, communication is off. That's communication, and that's why, you know, part of the book, Evolution of Communication, helps tie in, you know, part of the stuff I've been talking about and part of the stuff I've been working on. So, speaking of working on, you can check out our drone that's stagnant. Matter of fact, I should probably show you my stagnant, like, part of my drone. Yes, we'll do that. We'll do that right now. I'm working on a drone called Project Cosmos. You can find it at www.KiwisRoadLLC.com. None of that other .net, .yahoo, .whatever, just .com. Worked out quite great, actually. But go there. It's in the description. I should pin that. Let me pin that right there so it's at the top. Pin message. Oh, let's also, since people may come in and out of this, and I probably won't check the poll, I'll put up a poll to see, do you believe in the others? Let's see, what is this? Engage with your audience. We're going to start a poll. Question is, do you believe, not that I know how to spell believe, we are alone? Yes, no, and I have seen things. Because people have seen things, haven't they? Yes, they have. But that's all right. I'm going to start that. Because I have seen things myself. Let's see. See, this is what I mean. My wife the other day says I'm flighty. I got too much going on. And like, for me, it's like drone, book, treasure hunt, just life, breathing. Just breathe with me. And learning, like just learning things. And for me, I like looking at things from a far out perspective, which is helpful when you're looking at maps and stuff. Because, you know, maps as part of history, as part of that communication in progression and conquest, like the Spanish Empire into the Americas called New Spain, which is part of the treasure hunt stuff. Later on, if anybody dares to ask, since this is a Q&A, is that poll even going? Let's see. I want to answer like, I have seen things. Yes. I have seen things. No, I don't want to end the poll. But it's up. Check out the poll. Where was I? Again, lost in this train of digression. Book, treasure hunting. Oh, like Spanish stuff. Aliens. So, we'll just jump into that. Though, I guess, yeah, I'll have to pull that up. I'll pull that up as I'm talking. So today, went out and seen Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day, which is an interesting perspective on how to do that whole mass engagement, like part of communication. You know, back then, you know, talking and throwing rocks at each other, you know, maybe writing on a piece of bark with some charcoal and like leaving it somewhere, or, you know, hunting, leaving markings on a hide, etc. Those were small, short, collective ways of communicating. Through the evolution of communication and the ability of the growth of the man and its knowledge of things in the world around us, being able to now manipulate the things you cannot see, microwaves, radio waves, air waves, ocean waves, etc. So it's just an interesting accumulation. So part of my book, like 3, 4, 5 years ago, I don't know, 2018. So 2018, somewhere thereafter, I started working on the evolution of communication. I jotted down the Fibonacci sequence in a forward and backward pattern, and 0 would be present day, always present day. It was interesting to see how humans' knowledge of the world around us grew through experiences. And those experiences have been documented in one way, shape, or form. It's not to say that something does not exist. I mean, for instance, the whole thought of a creator or an all, for me, the total sum of all energy. I mean, everything that breaks down to its smallest form of energy, both positive and negative. That total sum, for me, is like the great creator. Now, it would, out of the experience of just myself and learning, there's ways in which ourselves learn and grow from birth to death. And part of that journey, whether it be religious or spiritual or natural, then see, I just lost that train of like, see, this is what I talk about. And this is why I like doing this. It's a journal to help keep these thoughts on track. And usually, like, you would think people would help keep you on track and type and chat and be like, hey, let's engage, but I don't know if there's where was I? See, talking about that ability to communicate on such a mass scale. Just like disease, you can affect disease through war. It used to be hand-to-hand combat, then you get throwing weapons and spears and arrows and cannonballs, etc., and then you have disease, which just wipes out civilizations. The same effect through communication has thus become the 0 point. Oh, hold on, I gotta... save you from that cough. And of course I didn't bring anything to drink. Oh, my Lanta. Man goes thirsty in here. Can you imagine being a knight in the medieval days? Trying to fight on horseback and stuff and swinging your sword or your spear, whatever have you, and just dying of thirst. I could take a drink of this, but I probably don't want to. It's got feral fluid in there. So I might go feral from this fluid if I drink it, though it is, I gotta have some. I'm just kidding. So, see the digression in the flightiness, talking about, I got brought to the drone through fluid on my Lanza, talking about how Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day has, in essence, kind of tied. Wife was asking, like, how was it? And I told her it's an interesting way for people to come to a reconciliation on whether or not you believe you are alone in the universe or not. Which goes with that creator thing, creating all energy, forms, and entities, etc. I would be naive to think that, I was the only, or humans are the only intellectual creation, which we weren't intellectual from birth. I mean, you're not a genius. You learn these things through progression, through evolving through your human years, until you transcend, I guess, into your after years, into what? Back to that energy source that is everything, to experience everything, I guess, in one way, shape, or form. No idea, but that's part of the journey, right? That's part of the next journey, that to which we have never experienced. So, through deriving even just a thought like that, it goes to some of the questions that I've been having with my neighbor in our adventures in, like, treasure hunting. And there's a treasure hunt I was involved with called The Thrill of the Chase by Forrest Fenn. And in his book, he had written, to paraphrase, who says you can't affect the future, when you are gone? And so that thought has, like, kind of seeded, how can I as a person affect the universe or the world, or affect others as, when I'm gone? And I think part of that comes from that link, that website, KiwisRoadLLC.com, about Project Cosmos. And the things that are on that website are extensions of, I guess, me. So I'm trying to pull this up just so we can take a gander at it. I mean, why not, right? Just because we can do that. Oh, what's this? No, we don't want the test bench. We don't want the microscope. We don't want the TV. Oh, that's not the TV. Website. Here we go. We're gonna put this over here. So part of the information is in, like, a book I had written called Echoes of Eternity, where it kind of, in a way, brings a connection between the past, the present, and the future, which is the evolution of communication and transcendence, which is my next book, which, you know, disclosing today, since it's disclosure day. I mean, if nobody laughs at me, I have to laugh at myself. I just think it's funny, you know, because I'm disclosing, you know, another book on Disclosure Day. That Disclosure Day came out by Steven Spielberg, information that he, you know, experiences from things that have been documented. Again, go to my web page, which I'm pulling up, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, you're talking about, just go past 100 years, a jump in communication alone. Telecommunications, I mean, TVs, radio waves, it's just, now you got cellular phones, computers, internet, where one experience in one point in time is now almost in essence digitally immortalized. So that's why I created a website, created my YouTube channel, created my books, or worked on my books, other projects in this digital diary, and in essence immortalized. Which I think is kind of cool, because when I pass, some other stranger will stumble upon this and be like, this, you know, was documented. This guy existed. This is what his story was about. And I think it's a you know, cool story. So let's pull up this drone so you can see it. Well, you can't really see the drone, but we'll just go to the website. Transition. So here we are, and like blah blah blah. So this drone, and it's a prototype, and it's kind of based off of the things I've learned, or think I've learned, and the things I have seen and witnessed myself or experienced, as well as the experiences of other people that have been able to document in one way, shape, or form their experience, thus evolving my knowledge and thought thereof of the things that I have learned and kind of created. And I would think that it's by chance of the cosmos, where that all that energy, all that information, all that knowledge, that mathematical universal language is everywhere in an essence, I guess. It's not like I can sit there and tap into it, but that would be great. But then again, would you want to be that smart? I don't think so. Not me. No bueno. Anyway, so this drone I'm working on is you know, an evolution, I hope, in propulsion and power in the U.S. or in the world, to help transition or transcendence from Earth to extraterrestrial planets, just like other creations or other entities or other things have been through thousands, billions, millions of years of evolution, and have been able to, in essence, find this oasis that we have been so blessed to be stewards of, which, if you look at half the world, or maybe a third of the world, 2/3 of the world, I don't know, there's just a lot of hate and anger out there, and it's really heartbreaking and sad to see. But hey, what can we do as individuals to try to better our lives, those around us, and hopefully your country or your nation, your continent, your planet? Because again, being stewards of an oasis in the middle of wherever we are, you know, I think it's a high task, a long-lasting task. So I think this drone is part of, you know, trying to save some of that. Unfortunately, as an update, disclosure date, still in like testing phases, I guess, you know, like, I don't know, testing phases. Yeah, see, testing patterns and stuff. Like, here's a pattern test. I'll show you this. If I can move it without, you probably won't even see it clearly in the screen. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this, make this bigger, just because I want to see this. Oh, no, don't do that. Big. Okay, that's big, so I can see that. Boom, boom. Let me go here. Oh, you know what? I don't even know if you can hear me. Can you even? Oh, is there any voice? I'm gonna have to mute this and find out. That was a close call. Like, it's like hard to tell if you're being heard, or if you're just like yapping and gapping and nobody knows how to lip read. Not even me. So it's like, anywho, we were checking this out. I was going to show you some of that drone. A little sneak peek at some of this testing we're doing. And it's really not much of a test, except for it's a static test. I guess I should have timed it to see how long it takes for your magnetic material to, for lack of a word, dissipate its formation into a regular, let's see, we'll go here. Let's see, I don't want that camera. I want this camera. Let's see. Main camera transition. Alright, let's see how this looks. I'm going to hold this up. So this is like part of the core design of the drone. And inside of the core is ferrofluid, and on the outside of the core is magnets. And the cause and effect interaction, etc., etc. But like part of, and this is probably hard to see, but I'm going to try to hold it so you can kind of see it. And you can't see that. Oh, this is a shame. There's fluid right there. Can't really see it, but it's changed and gone to a static round bubble. There was no form. Like now you can see that it formed up. Oh yeah, see, you could see that. We could probably do this. So like we're gonna drop this one. See, like up here, that one's all static too. Oh, we get closer. Oh, there we go, static. So there's no shape on this upper. Quit moving, Mr. Mullet. No shape, no spikes. Oh, but what we do have when we come up is now you can kind of see those spikes. See that? Oh, you see that's part. So this is all part of the testing theory, concept, blah 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 of the drone. So magnetic manipulation. So now that you know, we got some of that, you know, disclosure. I ain't working on it right now. There's other things being worked on. You know, I gotta go with the flow as the flow goes, as it is. But if you think that this drone design into the future might be something you might be interested on getting your hands on, working it, getting involved, there's always room, and you can always check that out here on the website that is up, which I will transition over to the website. Transition. But let's see, where would you go? On if you scroll down on that website, you can go down to like contact us or team positions available. There's more than, I mean, electrical engineering or electronic engineering or coding, etc. You can always hit the contact us. It'll pull up your email, blah blah. Send us an email. Make sure you have Project Cosmos in the subject line, and we would love to get to know other like-minded individuals to get this thing going even further. Because as it is, it just sits around, you know. It just sits around. I guess it would lay around, but it's not laying. It's a sphere, it'd be rolling around. But if you want to sponsor or donate, I think it's part of the 162 of the IRC code for advertisement. So you would be advertising yourself, your name, your logo, your brand, your company name, your company brand, etc. All you got to do is just scan that link right there that you can see on that side of the screen somewhere. It's over there. Figure it out. Just scan it with your phone. Just come back, put this on your computer, tablet, whatever. Give it a scan. And I'd update it with, like, you know, a scroll bar of people who have donated. So far, 2. But hey, 2 is better than 1. 1 was me. Second's my neighbor. But, you know, DoorDash and Uber Eats, I gotta do that more in order to get more to do more of this drone. But I mean, there are kind of like devices that are in, so for testing. I mean, I can show you some of that stuff. Okay, I'll show you some of that stuff. All right, we'll go over here. Transition. So like over here, there's like testing stuff for you know, amplifier. Testing coils, making sure like my coils that I've created are boy, that is really all nasty, huh? I gotta go slow-mo. Very slow so you can see. Do I have to talk slow? Like just different things, you know? Testing units. Fans and stuff. This is that Pelletier heater. Oh, I can't wait to install that. Anyway, that's that. That's just parts, bits and pieces. Can't get much out of that, but that's okay. So, part of this information flow is you can try to stay up to date, even though there's not much up to date to stay up to date with. But you can go to KiwisRoad on YouTube, like, subscribe, stay informed, hit the notification in case you want to hear more, see more, or know more about some of our adventures. That being, oh look, I got ferro fluid right here. That's okay, we won't tell anybody. But anyhow, check it out, KiwisRoad on YouTube. And we're going to go back up here. We'll scroll. Part of the things that I have learned or come to learn, you can check out on the social media links tab. Some of the Air Force experimental planes out there. You can go to the war.gov, UAP, UFO disclosure. Click on that, and you know what? It's hard to trust a government that's lied to you or has misinformed you. So what information or what else have they misinformed you about, saying that the information was either true or false? I mean, come on. Through experiences, though, through other people's experiences, that information and that truth can still be shared. And it's through the evolution of communicating, from the singular to books and telegraphs to Morse code to newspapers, news, to TV shows, movies, entertainment, the telecommunications. Now you talk about satellites and lasers and just the almost instantaneous mass engagement, I hate to say campaign, but effort, or just the ability thereof to share those experiences on that kind of scale. that can't be no longer hidden or changed, which with AI and stuff, it happens. Oh, my Atlanta. Stupid cough. But you can check it out. That's the government for you. You can also just kind of scroll down. There's some other links, you know. I haven't seen that age of disclosure, but who wouldn't want to? But there's other information on there you can check out and see for yourself. Podcasters, news anchors, you name it, it's there. Disclosure Day, I mean, to me, Disclosure Day has been days, thousands of years. I mean, it's been depicted in paintings, pictographs, paintings on walls. I mean, the spiritual and the religious and the other natural, otherworldly things is all part of the experiences in which we learn ourselves, we experience ourselves, or we can experience in one way, shape, or form through others. And it's through the evolution of communication that we're able to share those experiences and be able to learn and grow to transcend ourselves in the information we learn about the world around us outside of those religious or spiritual or family taught dynamics. I mean, there's so much more out there than what we are taught or led to believe. That, I mean, it's amazing. It's just truly amazing. Which is, you know, just part of where the design and thoughts of the drone come from, is from otherworldly things that have been captured one way, shape, or form, and thus, I mean, just other information, mathematical information, and questions, etc., through other forms. It's just, the information is there, and it's, I guess, having the ability or the want to learn it. And it doesn't, I don't see it as being such a bad thing. It's a good thing to evolve into a, you know, a better of ourselves. So, another part of this wonderful thing that I love to do, and I'd hate to do it, but I, you know, just because it's the hawking time. And Kiwi's a hawk. She's an eagle, really. But, I mean, we have to do it. We have to do it. Where is it? It's right here. Hold on. Stay with me. Stay with me. Miscellaneous. The miscellaneous page. KiwisRoad is where this all comes down to. There's a book called Pioneer Gold about a treasure hunt that's in work. Still in work. It's been in work for hundreds of years, as it were. Over probably around 400 years or so, give or take. Part of that evolution comes another book, which, let's take a look at it. Can we take a look at that book? Let's take a look at the book. Can we? Let's see. What's in it? Oh, there's only 2 things. I should put some more in there so you can see some pages of it. But it's a journey through like time and space here on Earth, through the way other humans have communicated. You know what? I mean, if anybody puts in the chat that they would like to see part of the book on the inside, put it in chat, if there's even anybody in chat. And if somebody does that, I'll find it, pull it up, and we'll take a look at some of the pages in the book. Because it's, even though it's AI generated images to help convey a message of information that has been learned and shared through others and their experiences, it's a doorway into the past, present, and the future. For me, anyway, at the very least, I don't know. I like it. It's a fine piece of work. Of course, I have to say that because I have to support and be a sponsor of this author. This guy over here. Where's my mirror? I ain't got no mirror up. anyway, let's see. We'll go back over here. So through this evolution and change, looking out on myself on a bigger scope, part of this journey and growth comes the mental side of it, right? Our trials and tribulations as we grow and move through this time and age. Part of that, you know, there's pain in all different forms. I mean, some of chronic pain and acute pain, etc. So as part of learning to grow myself and how to become better, an app kind of formed out of that, and it's called nowcenter.app. You can go online. You know, it's not single to Android or phone. It's an internet-based web app, so that you can access it from your tablet or your computer, phone, Android or Apple. Go to www.nowcenter.app, hit enter, and give it a check out. It looks like a lotus. It'll say nowcenter.app. You go, oh, it's probably got noises. You probably will hear the noises, birds, etc. There's a whole panel on the left of things to check out. One of the things about it that I find very helpful is the journal section of this app. Talking to other people, it helps for me to journal down what I've been thinking, so I can sit there and relay those thoughts and emotions to my counselor, so I can sit there and help grow better. So I mean, it's nice to use my own thing to help me become better, hoping that it's not just me that it helps. I hope it helps other people. So give it a check out. I mean, it is good. So it's, in case you ever, at the very least, find yourself at the lowest lows, don't forget to hit pound 988 so that you can reach out to somebody and talk, because you're not alone. And we were never alone. And going through this journey in this adventure, it's nice to know that we're not alone. So give that app a check, and you know, you never know. Another thing, one of the things I do like, which is on hold, is KiwisRoad on eBay. You can check out some jewelry there. One of the best things I like about KiwisRoad on eBay, if you check it out, you never know, you might find yourself checking out. And I have had people check out, which is pretty cool that they checked out checking out. There's bookends, petrified wood bookends, some geo-type rock bookends. We got some simple necklaces. Petrified wood is one of my favorite stones to work with. And it's here for your viewing pleasure. One of the things that I find very nice and uplifting is I noticed that my wife wears the jewelry that I made with her work outfits and stuff, and it's just a really nice feeling knowing that somebody else sees and holds the beauty that I see and help create in one shape or form. So I mean, prices are what they are. Check them out, because again, you might find yourself checking out. And these funds, I mean, they help go towards things like this drone, or my books, or these adventures, to help grow a better myself and world around me. I mean, why not? And you never know, might make you look pretty good wearing one of these snazzy things, or having a nice little geode sitting up on your desk at work or in your home office. But hey, enough of that. We'll just go back over here. And so we don't have to worry about that note mining thing. We'll just pop back up to me. So we'll transition over here. And as we see, there's nobody else in the chat. That's okay. That's fun. That's fine. I think we are about, hey, coming, oh, treasure. I guess we'll save that for another time, down the road. So I guess with that, we'll just have to say, I hope you enjoyed something from today's show, which ain't much, but hey, one of the things about Steven Spielberg is, if you didn't know, like the Third Encounters of the Close Kind, and then hooking up with an individual that worked on Project Blue Book, one of the, for lack of a better words, professor guys to sit there that's supposed to either discount or disprove encounters that people had. That information was used on the movie to help create that perspective. So again, it's sharing those experiences. And those things come from the Roswell crash in 1947. There was another one in Pennsylvania in like 60 something. So I mean, and you have these documents that you can find and look up, like Project Blue Book, or the Majestic 12, or even Psalm 101. So I mean, these are just a few things that a person can look up, reach out, and read and find information, and just kind of throw them on a map and step back and take a look and be like, oh, my Lanta, here we are. We thought we were just these little human creatures on this small, flat Earth. Now we're on this globe, stretching out everywhere, getting our fingers and everything, and then, you learn and find out that you were never alone in this universe, or alone as being stewards for this earth that we live. So, with that, I will have to say, keep calm and treasure on. And until next time, which who knows when next time will be. It'll be probably like another month or 2 or 3. Who knows? But, yeah. If you don't find yourself looking down, trying to find those things in front of you, maybe you find yourself looking up, finding something that you might not have seen before. And with that, enjoy this universe. So, peace, ciao, arrivederci, or whatever else they say. We'll just catch you later. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.